Since 1924, this old gym in the Princess City has always rocked on Friday nights, and tonight will be no different. You are looking at the Cave in Mishawaka, where the Northern Lakes Conference season opens with Concord visiting Mishawaka on the 46th game of the week. And how you doing, everybody, with the Hall of Famer Bob Nagel and Craig Heatherly on the sidelines. It's Chuck Freeby. Great to have you with us as we are excited about another night of high school basketball on TV 46. The Concord Minutemen come in with a record of 3-3. We saw Derek Deshawn's team early in the season. They looked good then. They've struggled a little bit since, but all in all, not a bad basketball team.
No, we're looking forward to getting another look at Malachi Emmons, who's been really special for them. And one of the concerns that we had earlier in the season is how long is it going to take for their football guys to matriculate into basketball shape. And I think Zavin Kaltukian is going to be really ready to go tonight. I think Marion Moore is going to be ready to go tonight. And I'm hoping that Jack Darcy also steps up his game, because those are the guys who are going to really have to play for Concord.
It's a story of the old and the young here in Mishawaka. The old is the coach. Ron Eklinski has said this will be his final season. He's doing it with a very young team that struggled out of the gate, but they've won their last two.
He's got some good young players. He's got some quickness. He's got guys like Taylor, Jones, and Williams who can band together when they're unselfish. They're really effective. And, of course, you know, I like Tommy Herringer, their big guy inside. He does some special things.
Well, it's a former Mishawaka star, Craig Heatherly, who works the sidelines filling in for Bo Hunt tonight. Craig, we've seen these two teams go 500 in what might be called the preseason. Tonight's the Northern Lakes Conference opener. Is there a different sense of urgency?
Yeah, there is, Chuck. You know, as a coach, you break the year up into seasons. You've got the summer, you've got the preseason, the non-conference games, and now you roll into regular season games. There's much more on the line. You've got an opportunity to compete against like opponents. You have an opportunity to hang banners, win championships. But all that doesn't matter if you're a competitor, right? It doesn't matter the time of the year. You're ready to show up and play your hardest. I'm excited to see who does that the best today.
Neither one of these teams is thinking about Christmas just yet. They're thinking about stuffing their stocking with a win tonight. We've got a chance to talk it over with our Jordan Automotive Keys to Win. That's next on this edition of the 46 Game of the Week.
This is the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by Intera Credit Union, Bill's Heating, Jordan Automotive Group, TCU, Wolverine Mutual Insurance, Crown Trophy, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, St. Andrews Products, and the IHSAA.
This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you by the Jordan Automotive Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. Welcome back inside the Cave in Mishawaka as we get you ready for tip-off between Concord and Mishawaka in this Northern Lakes Conference clash. Time now to look at our keys to win, brought to you by the aforementioned Jordan Auto Group. We'll start with the Concord Minutemen. They're led in scoring by the transfer from Elkhart, Malachi Emmons, the 6'1 senior, averaging 15 points and 5 rebounds a game. Of course, we saw him hit that half-court shot earlier this season to beat St. Joe. He'll get some help down low from Zavin Kaltukian, the 6'5 senior, just committed to Colgate for football, but not a bad basketball player. 10 points and 7 rebounds a game. Terrific offensive rebounder. We'll see how much of a factor he can be down low tonight. The keys to win for Derek Deshawn and the Minutemen.
They've got to make good decisions, Chuck. They've got to work together on offense and defense and communicate. They've got to do some team rebounding, and it's been working so far this season, but everybody's got to have an eye on the boards, and they got to control the tempo. They got to run when they want to, not when they have to. And for Derek Deshawn, now in his 8th season, he's really excited about working hard to get his team over the 500 mark.
I think that's one thing. We met as a team on Monday, and that's something that that they had a sense of urgency about. And it wasn't Coach Deshawn saying it; it was the players, specifically Amarion and Malachi, really stepping up vocally for us and things they want. So, I'm excited to see how they play tonight.
Meanwhile, this Mishawaka team comes in with a record of 2-2, and they are led in scoring by their point guard, Arthur Jones, the 5'10 junior, scoring 14 points a game. He's had 3 games in double figures in his tally, 19 in his last 2 against Elkhart Christian and Brandywine. When they need points down low, they turn to the 6'5 sophomore Tommy Herringer, 7.3 points and rebounds per game. This is his second year on varsity. He's capable of a double-double on just about any night. The keys to win for Ron Heklinski and the Cavemen.
Well, it's going to come down to defense in a lot of ways. The transition defense has to be out there in front, stay in front of Concord's players. They got to box out and rebound, get a body on them and rebound by position, get a good spot on the floor, and they got to get into an offensive flow. They got to move the ball, got to look for that good shot. Ron Heklinski, 30 years as a head coach, and he knows how physical it will be tonight.
Yeah, you know, I think Concord's really good this year. They got 10 seniors. They're a veteran.
This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by Intera Credit Union. We get it, and we've got it. And we've got the starting lineups for you in tonight's game between Concord and Mishawaka. Here's Bob Nagle.
Thank you, Chuck. The Concord Minutemen will start off with Jack Darcy at a guard position, whereas number 4 is a 6-foot senior. Number 14, Anders Dixon, is a 5'10 senior. He'll also start at a guard. Up front, Malachi Evans, wears number 20. He is a 6'1 senior, playing forward. Amarian Moore is also at a forward. He's a 6'3 senior, wears number 24. At number 34 is Zavan Kultukian, and he will be playing a forward. He's a 6'5 senior. Now for the Mishawaka Cavemen, Davian Taylor is at a guard. He's a 6-foot senior, wears number 1. Brady Fisher, number 13, will start at a forward position. He's a 6'3 sophomore. Arthur Jones, 5'10 junior, wears number 21. He'll start at a guard. Brandon Williams is a 6'4 junior. He will be playing at a forward position, wears number 24. At number 45 tonight, Tommy Herringer. Tommy's a 6'5 sophomore who will play up front for the Cavemen.
Those are the starting lineups. This series history goes all the way back to 1960 as they turn out the lights here in the cave for the starting lineup for Mishawaka. Concord leads the series 29-19, but a year ago, the Cavemen got really hot late January and February on their way to sharing the NLC title, and they beat the Minutemen at McEwen Gym 46-37. Feel like we would put the officials into the witness protection program if we showed them right now, but we'll tell you that tonight we have an Indianapolis-based crew with Casey Gaynor, Tony Rickert, and Lance Ringler all working, and the IHSAA always asking for more officials to join, as you see them now in living color from down at ground level. And Casey Gaynor, the man in the middle there. But as I was saying, the Indiana High School Athletic Association always looking for more officials to work in just about every sport. They, like many states, facing an officiating shortage right now.
Folks, St. Andrews Products brings you a check on the uniforms for tonight's game. Mishawaka Cavemen, the home team, will be wearing white uniforms with maroon trim and a little touch of gray, and they will also have maroon numbers. For the Concord Minutemen, the visitors tonight, green uniforms, white trim, and white numbers. These teams are looking good, and so can your team. St. Andrews Products has the finest apparel as well as promotional products. Reach us at sales at standrewscorp.com. About ready to tip it off. Should be a good one. Northern Lakes Conference Clash, and here to call the action tonight, my partner. Wishing everybody a happy holiday season, Chuck Furby.
Couple of big horses in the middle, ready to jump it up. Zavan Kultukian of Concord and Brendan Williams of Mishawaka. Winner goes over 500 and opens the NLC season 1-0. And the tip is controlled by the Mishawaka Cavemen in their backcourt. Mishawaka 2-2. They lost to Culver Academy and Marion. They've beaten Elkhart Christian and Brandywine. Ron Heklinski's team averaging a little over 52 points a game. They give up 45.5 per contest. Brendan Williams handles it up top and puts it on the ground for the left-hand drive for 2. Williams, the 6'4" senior, averages 7 a game. Here comes Concord. Minutemen are 3-3 on the season. They beat Prairie Heights and St. Joe, lost 3 straight, and bounced back with a nice win over West Noble last week before losing to Penn. Here's Zavin Koltukian off the Emmons miss, and he throws it away. So Concord makes the first turnover of the game, and the Cavemen will take over with a 2-0 lead.
Concord got a rebound and a turnover in that first opportunity.
Arthur Jones to inbound the basketball. That's Davion Taylor, the transfer from Marion. He's a wide receiver on the football team. Here's Williams, who scored the game's first basket. Man-to-man from Concord. Williams into the paint, working on Amari Moore for 2 more. So Brendan Williams comes out trying to take advantage of a matchup right now, and he's got the Cavemen up 4-zip.
Took part of that attack by Mishawaka. I think is also designed to try to get maybe Concord's top players in foul trouble.
Moore to Malachi Emmons. The pull-up wing jumper is off the mark. Moore with the rebound. That's no good. And here's Brady Fisher coming the other way for Mishawaka. Fisher on the drive, lost it between his legs, but it touched a Concord player and goes to Mishawaka. Brady Fisher, the backup quarterback on the football team to his brother Justin. And a very young Mishawaka lineup out there right now. Jones went up and was blocked from behind by Emmons. Malachi, cross-court, Jack DRC. Andres Dixon on the outside. And Dixon was bumped by Arthur Jones, and a blocking foul is called. Ron Heklinski not happy with the call, trying to lobby to support his guy. Ron's always been a vocal guy on that bench, whether he's been at Anderson or Wapahani or Edgewood or any of the other stops he's made in his career. Here's Emmons. Taylor did a nice job defending him, but Malachi hit the shot anyway. That's the kind of athlete Malachi Emmons is, and why he's welcomed back into the fold at Concord, where he started his prep career.
Missed his first 2 shots, but don't have to worry about Malachi. He knows what he's got going.
Williams still working on more. Taylor got a step on Dixon. Koltukian was able to alter the shot and get the rebound. Minutemen trailing by 2. DRC with the pump fake. Double clutched on the shot. Now Mishawaka has numbers the other way. Jones goes the distance, blocked by Moore. Williams puts it back up and in. He's got all 6 for the Cavemen.
Nice offensive rebound for Mishawaka.
Dixon on the dribble. Koltukian working against Herringer, hits. Derek Deshone likes that matchup. He wants Koltukian working on Herringer most of the night. Williams up top. Now Arthur Jones, 15-footer from the holster is short. Dixon comes the other way for Concord. Emmons will reset the offense with Derek Deshone clapping in front of the Minuteman bench. DRC. Now Emmons. Created some space against Fisher and couldn't get the roll. Williams the rebound.
Emmons knows how to get that roll.
Oh, look at that pass, and Herringer nearly got the scoop. A pretty feed from Brendan Williams to Tommy Herringer, and the big man will go to the line as you get another look on the 46 Sports replay. He nutmegged him. He slung it right between the legs of Amarian Moore.
Pretty impressive. Foul called on Emmons.
Herringer only a 44% free throw shooter. Says, I don't want to hear about it. It's the first. Tommy, also a member of the baseball team. 6'5" sophomore. We saw him play last year against Elkhart, Bob, when we were scouting before the Elkhart-Riley game, and I know you came away very impressed.
I was, and M makes them both. The first Mishawaka player other than Williams to get on the board.
Fisher moving the feet against Dixon here. Now Emmons gets a step and dropped it for Koltukian. That was pretty. Zavin Koltukian now with 4. But it was all set up by the drive by Emmons. Taylor working against Dixon. And threw it away. DRC, who plays defensive back on the football team, read the eyes of Davion Taylor that time. Back door, but the pass a little too far, and now here comes Taylor the other way. Lost the handle, and Fisher retrieves it. Topside triple off the mark, and an over-the-back call against Mishawaka. Mookie Ward missed the three-pointer, and the foul will be called on Herringer as first.
Chuck, I think that might have been the first three-pointer tried in this game. A lot of games that we've done this season, you see a lot of guys taking that three early, but both coaches want to work the ball inside, try to get their big guys involved.
Well, let's face it, it's the antithesis of what we saw on Tuesday night with Riley and Northridge, that's for sure.
I think those nets are still burning.
And if you're Mishawaka shooting 18% from three-point range from the year, you don't want to take a lot of three-pointers. Moore got fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line for 2. The foul called on Brendan Williams.
Williams has his first.
Neither team has done itself any favors this year from the foul line. Concord only shoots 58% as a team. Moore, 69% free throw shooter.
Folks, you work at MSC Industrial Supply full-time, part-time, and after school. They start at $16.50 per hour and up to $19 with bonuses. Full-time eligible for a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at jobs.mscdirect.com. MSC, an equal opportunity employer.
Cooper Pritchett checks into the game now for Mishawaka. He wears number 12. As you see, Amarian Moore, all Northern Lakes Conference football player, hits that one. And the Mishawaka lead is 1. Darcy with the steal. Jack DRC will bring it across for Concord and nearly traveled waiting for Dixon to get into the front court.
Third turnover for Mishawaka tonight.
Fisher covered up Dixon well. And Fisher knocks it out of bounds with some good defense.
Fisher just a sophomore, and he's a legacy kid here at Mishawaka. He's had 2 brothers that preceded him, and were both good athletes, but I think Brady might be the bigger athlete at this point of his career.
Once he finishes growing into that body, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in many sports.
Did a good job filling in for his brother during an injury situation in football.
Emmons trying to get around Mookie Ward, lost the handle. Here's Pritchett coming the other way, missed the layup, got his own rebound, and then elbows flying all over the place, and a foul called underneath. And the officials talking to Amarian Moore. They actually called the foul, I believe, on Zavin Koltukian as you get another look here on the 40 Sports replay. I'm not sure that Koltukian was guilty of anything there. It was probably Moore that did more damage. Here's Williams on the outside. Ethan Cavanaugh guarding him now. Williams short on the jumper. And Cavanaugh with the carom. Dixon with a nice grab. And just lost the handle.
Fourth turnover of the night for Concord.
So right now, Concord trying to find the right combination. They'll put Javarian Shepard into the game, a 5'8" junior, to take the place of Dixon, who's shaking his head as he comes out.
A lot of pressure in the backcourt, a lot of action going on down low.
90 seconds to go, first quarter, Mishawaka by 1. Williams has had a big first quarter, but he needs some help. Fisher looking, gets it back to Williams. Mishawaka looking discombobulated right now on offense. Ward called for the charge.
Lowered that shoulder. It's his first foul. Folks, Imagineering Finishing Technologies is a proud supporter of high school sports in Michiana. They know all about teamwork as they provide components for the aerospace industry as well as medical, automotive, military, and defense. IFT excited about the future, proud of its past. Celebrating over 60 years of excellence at IFT, quality is the way of life.
Cavanaugh. Now Jack D'Arcy. Both teams struggling on offense in the early going. A steal here by Davion Taylor, and Taylor goes in strong for 2. And a whistle underneath as Ward knocked the ball out of bounds. So great defensive pressure early on by Mishawaka, making a difference.
Yeah, that's 5 turnovers for Concord in the early going, and I think 3 of them have turned into baskets.
Jesse Davidson checks out. Andres Dixon checks back in. And the officials saying there's a little too much talking going on out here between the two teams. Mishawaka will go to its bench and put in Jack Troyer to take the place of Mookie Ward. And now Makai Hall will check in for Concord. He takes the place of Zabin Koltukian. It's like watching the Plains line up here. Here's Tommy Herringer checking in. And I think we finally finished all the substitutions here late in the first quarter.
Took much longer than that to do it in the JV game. Holy cow.
See if Concord holds for 1 here. D'Arcy's got to get it over the stripe. Finally did. Dixon to Makai Hall. Back to Dixon. Nice give and go, and he'll go to the line for 2. When I talked to Ryan Hiklinski this week, Bob, he mentioned Hall by name. He was really kind of infatuated with the big man because he's so agile and shows some nice hands right here.
Really did. First foul of the night on Taylor. Folks, reminder, TCU is a better banking institution where you'll get the latest technology and you're never too far from a friendly face. Discover the TCU Advantage. Become a member today at tcunet.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Javion Shepard checks in for his first action of the night for Concord. You see Andres Dixon, the All-Northern Lakes Conference soccer player at the line. 50% foul shooter on the year, averaging a little over 7 points a game. 3-year starter on the basketball team. Lived up to that 50% reputation right there. Ward, as you see the clock, bottom right-hand corner of the Intera Credit Union scoreboard. Taylor starts the offense. He'll chuck it from 3 and be off the mark. And the first quarter comes to an end. The first quarter absolutely dominated by defense at both ends of the floor. Jack D'Arcy with a steal for Concord. A nice block by Amarian Moore. But Mishawaka's Davion Taylor with the steal and the score. And the Cavemen up by 2 after 1 on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Bill's Heating. keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951. Speaking of Bills Heating, time for a Bills Heating sideline report. Craig Heatherly back in the old stomping grounds tonight. What'd you think of that first quarter?
Yeah, you know, heading to this game, we knew that neither team shot the three exceptionally well. So in a game like this, you want to try and get extra possessions. Get on the offensive glass, get putbacks, try and get out in passing lanes, create steals. Looking to see how each team finds their rhythm in the half court and how Mishawaka neutralizes Edmonds in the half court as well.
Right now, I'd say neither team has any rhythm in the half court. First quarter shooting stats couldn't have been too pretty, Bob.
3 out of 8 for Concord from the field. They only got 8 shots. Mishawaka got 13, but only made 4. So the turnovers for Concord certainly hurt them there in that first quarter.
And yet they only trail by 2 as we begin the second quarter, brought to us by our friends at Wolverine Mutual Insurance. Jack DRC on the drive. Malachi Emmons for 3 in the lead. Off the mark, and the rebound controlled by Fisher. Primary player offensively in the first quarter was Brendan Williams for Mishawaka. He had 6 points in the stanza. Hasn't had a lot of touches recently. Fisher trips, but manages to keep possession. And Arthur Jones will bring it up top. Tenacious defense, but Jones fires and hits the 3, his 4th of the season. And it's his first points of the night for Mishawaka's leading scorer.
That might be the first 3-pointer of the night as well.
Emmons outside to DRC. DRC down low, Mackay Hall. Found an open DRC for 3. Couldn't get the bank shot to fall. Here's Fisher with another rebound. Jones in transition. A lot of contact, no foul called. Emmons comes the other way and found Dixon for 2. Andres Dixon with 3 points now. It's been a very scrappy game through the first 9.5 minutes.
That 5-point lead by Mishawaka was the biggest of the night.
Herringer, big fella 3. His second of the season. He's hitting 40% from 3-point range. And Mishawaka has its biggest lead. Emmons. A lot of people open. Dixon will take the 3 and miss. And the ball out of bounds to Mishawaka. Take another look at the Tommy Herringer 3. Showed pretty good form here, Bob.
He did. He got a nice look. He had enough clearance to get the shot off and nothing but net. So Tommy will gain a little bit of confidence on that shot.
Now Mishawaka up 6 with the ball. And we'll see how Ron Heklinski plays it here with Arthur Jones driving through the lane for 2. Jones with 5 in the quarter, and the Cavemen now up 8. Concord really having problems with the Mishawaka defense right now.
Concord had problems with St. Joe early on, but then got it together.
And Emmons lost the ball out of bounds.
Folks, wouldn't it be great to work for a company where their employees are the most valuable asset? Well, now's your chance because RushCore is hiring. They have production positions available in a team-driven environment with excellent benefits that include medical, dental, and a 401k. To learn more about joining the RushCore family and a $1,000 sign-on bonus, visit rushcore.com. That's RESCHCOR.com.
5:13 to go, first half. Cavemen by 8 on 46. This edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you by Wolverine Mutual Insurance, protecting you and your family for generations. Chuck Freeby, Bob Nagel, Craig Heatherly back inside the 97-year-old cave built in 1924. The home of such greats at one time as Shelby Shake and John Wooden, who have all coached here. John Longfellow. So many classic rivalries in here, including this one tonight. Mishawaka leading by 8 on Concord. Brendan Williams brings it outside for the Cavemen. And Emmons knocks it out of bounds. It hit him on the shoulder. Ron Heklinski signals in another play for the Cavemen. And that should have been and is over and back on Arthur Jones.
Turnover number 4 for Mishawaka. Chuck, in the second quarter, Mishawaka's 3 out of 4 from the field, including 2 out of 2 from three-point range. Concord Minutemen 1 out of 4, and they've missed all 3 of their three-pointers. Kind of explains that 8-point lead right now for Mishawaka.
Here's Dixon for 3. That's off the mark. Concord really cold from three-point range right now. They can't get an offensive rebound. That's a problem. What are the Minutemen shooting in this quarter, Bob?
They're 1 out of 5.
That's not pretty.
They've missed all 4 of the three-point trays. The only basket they have is Dixon, who got one inside.
And that was on a transition opportunity. Mishawaka's done a pretty good job of neutralizing those tonight. Meanwhile, Davion Taylor with the drive and the layup there. And Mishawaka doubling up the Minutemen at 20-10.
That's that quickness we're talking about. All Taylor had to do is get a half a step, and right to the hoop he goes.
Dixon traveling. Andres feels like he's getting bumped around by Davion Taylor, and Taylor definitely has a strength advantage on him.
Javarian Shepard going to check in. Concord in search of an answer.
Meanwhile, Arthur Jones pats the left shoulder to signal the play for Mishawaka. Herringer tried to get it inside to Brendan Williams, but threw it a little too low for the big fella.
Turnover number 5. Ron Heklinski thought it was kicked. The official says, no, sir.
Of course he does.
Oh, yeah.
Double team in the backcourt. DRC gets it ahead. I think at some point you got to look for Koltukian down on the block. There he is working on Herringer.
We haven't seen much from Marion Moore either so far tonight.
Emmons' pull-up jumper from outside is no good. And the rebound to Jones. Jones gets around 2 Concord players. Bucket in the bump. Nope, wave it off. DRC drew the charge. Second foul on Arthur Jones.
Boy, he was flying down the floor.
You'll get a really good look. Josh Kellogg working the floor camera tonight. DRC might have come up with the elbow just a hair, but they called Jones for the charge. Thomas Burkert checks into the game for Concord, taking the place of Javarian Shepard. Derek Deshawn frantically looking for some offense right now from his team. Koltukian with a nice grab in the backcourt, and they'll clear out for Malachi Emmons to go to work on Mookie Ward. And Malachi is called for the charge. Wow. And Derek Deshawn is beside himself on the Concord bench. You make the call at home. Oh, that's where they called the charge, going in and kind of using the forearm to go into Herringer.
I think maybe there's some scouting going on there by Mishawaka. When Emmons tries to penetrate, maybe they thought he could be called for a charge.
Here's Fisher. Now Ward for 3. That's short. And Moore goes high for the rebound. He's a terrific leaper, as we saw a couple of times during football season. At the other end, Burkert for three, puts it home. Thomas Burkert, the 6-foot senior, with his first three-pointer of the year. He had been 0 for 7 from three-point range before that. Ward, saved by Williams, but Moore takes it away.
Marion might have heard me. Made a couple of nice plays in a row here, which they needed.
He's at least helped them out defensively here in this second quarter. DRC with a leap and leaner. Hits the deck, no call. Poked it away from behind, though. What a battle on the floor, and here's Taylor. Blocking foul, call the bucket and the bump.
Boy, I mean, he got up there. Week from tonight, he'd be running into Santa Claus.
And Burkert called for a very painful blocking foul. Will set up Taylor for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Biggest lead of the night for Mishawaka, trying to build on that with Taylor. Boy, he's been outstanding.
Davion, a 67% free throw shooter. Career high 10 the other night against Brandywine. Has 6 tonight after the miss.
Taylor came in averaging 5 points. He's got 6 already.
Burkert. There's Koltukian on the block. DRC.
Wow.
Boy, did he get bodied up by Mookie Ward.
It's 2 on Ward. Jones has 2. Ward has 2. Our sincere thanks to the wonderful team at St. Andrews Products for supplying our broadcast team with the finest in apparel. They can do the same for your team, school, or business. Promotional products, advertising specialties, business gifts, and so much more. Call us at 1-800-628-9922, or you can email us at sales@standrewscorp.com. If you have a question, our answer is always yes.
Jack DRC at the foul line, 78% free throw shooter, but he can't get that one to go, and Herringer with a solid rebound. Taylor, he went charging into Zavin Koltukian, and they'll call a blocking foul on Koltukian.
It's 2 on the big man.
Actually, they called the reach-in foul on Thomas Burkert, and that's his second.
Didn't take him long to get in the books.
Minute 15 before the R&B Car Company halftime report featuring our TCU student athletes of the week. Herringer couldn't hit that one, and Moore got the rebound. Burkert with the catch in the corner. Now Moore. DRC around a Koltukian screen. Dixon finally got a step on Taylor. But Mishawaka is pursuing well on defense, and Dixon's three goes awry. Koltukian saved it. Now Burkert for three. Couldn't get it to go, and Mishawaka will get the chance for the last shot, up 9 here in the first half. Taylor handling things up top. See the clock, bottom right-hand corner. Herringer feeling it. Not that time. Pritchett attempted the offensive rebound, but it goes out of bounds. Concord will head to the locker room trailing 22-13. Not the best of first halves for the Minutemen. We'll see what kind of adjustments Derek Deshawn wants to make. He's with Craig Heatherly.
Hey, Coach, thoughts on the first half?
They hit some threes, and they haven't hit some threes, so we got to tidy that up a little bit. We got to get the ball inside. We're shooting way too many jump shots right now, and we got to just settle down trust the system, get the ball inside.
Now, what's the message to the guys going into halftime? What do you want to see out of them defensively and also offensively?
I think we got to flood the ball more. They're not throwing skip passes. They've thrown one skip pass, and DRC stole it in the first quarter. We got to flood the ball out of their hands offensively. Be patient, let them break down, and not be in such a hurry to shoot so quick.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. Back to you, Chuck.
Solid first half for the Mishawaka Cavemen. Concord gave them a struggle in the first quarter, but the Cavemen opened up a 9-point lead going to the intermission. 22-13 Mishawaka, the R&B Car Company. Halftime report and our TCU Student Athletes of the Week are next on the 46 Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back to the Cave here at Mishawaka High School. We're at halftime. They have a chance to talk with our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you, go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. Well, we've got two outstanding student athletes. Matter of fact, this might be the highest GPA, but I'm bringing that down a little bit here in the middle. But Braxton Banks is with us from Mishawaka High School. And Braxton, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be back with you in just a moment. We've got another young lady here from Concord High School who's number 1 in her class, Grace Brenneman. Grace, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much.
Talk about your involvement with swimming, and that's not. It's like the band in wrestling. Nobody knows how hard you guys have to work. You're there at 5 in the morning and afternoon, and talk about what it takes to get that done.
Yes, definitely. I started swimming when I was 10, and it's just been a love ever since. And even the hard work and the early mornings, like you said, at 5:30 and the 20 hours a week, it's definitely been worth it. And my love for the pool, my love for my team, and just the future that I have in swimming.
Well, that's terrific. And you've got some definite plans where you want to go.
I am actually signed to go to Notre Dame to swim and study. I'm going to study business management there.
That's a good idea. That's for sure. And it'll give you some time to get back in the pool. When you talk about the time management issues, I mean, you've got classmates that want to go out and get a pizza or go out and have some fun. You got to go home and study.
Yes, definitely. Ever since I was young, I actually live on a farm, so time is money there. You just learn that time is a gift and you need to use it efficiently whenever you have it.
Wow, I love that. Give a shout out to the people that matter in your life.
Definitely. I want to give a shout out to my parents who have been the amazing supporters they've been all throughout my life, and also Coach Tom, who has brought me up to be a great swimmer and student, and the rest of my family who loves me and supports me in the pool and in the classroom.
That's terrific. You know, when you go to Notre Dame, the number 1 person out there is a woman, so you'll be right at home.
There you go.
All right, she's on the dome, I think. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Grace Brenneman from Concord High School, and with us now is Braxton Banks from Mishawaka High School. Braxton, you're also involved in swimming, but a few other things.
Yeah, I play soccer and I play swimming again, and I also do baseball, and I'm also Vice President of Student Council and also Treasurer of National Honor Society.
And that leaves you, what, a half hour, maybe 45 minutes free time? I mean, that's a tremendous schedule, and you've really got to be disciplined about that.
Yeah, it's all about like creating a schedule for yourself and sticking to that routine. Like if you sometimes you might not be able to go out with your friends every day, but it's just all about sticking to your schedule.
Well, I'm sure you've got a lot of support here at Mishawaka High School, your teachers and coaches, and everybody's looking out to make sure you're getting time to do what you got to do.
Yeah, especially my friends on my team, they're my biggest supporters. They always strive me to be the best in the classroom and also like on the pool, in the court. And also my coaches are a big part of that as well. They teach me to be positive and also influence the underclassmen as well.
Now we know you're a great student because you picked a warmer climate to go to college. Talk about your plans.
I plan to study pre-med at Auburn University, and yeah. And I picked that place because it has a great program there, and I also do not like cold weather.
And you want to be a doctor someday? Any specific direction you going?
So far, I want to be a ER doctor. That's my biggest goal, but we'll see what that brings.
You've got a wonderful team behind you. Give them a shout out.
I want to give a shout out to my soccer team with Mr. Blaisdell, my swim team, Coach Danny Lucero Dixon, and Heather Dixon, and Eric Arsenault, and also my baseball coach, Coach Hemmer.
Anybody at home that's going to shop for Christmas?
Yes, my mom and my dad and my stepmom, Jean, and also my sisters, Jordan and Riley, and also my best friends, Zara, Sarah, Brooklyn, and Mary.
Wait a minute, that's too many names. You can't do that. No, we already did it. Congratulations on your success. Best wishes in the future.
Thank you so much.
All right, Braxton Banks from Mishawaka High School. And tell you what, a couple of outstanding student athletes with us. Grace Brenneman from Concord High School. We congratulate them. And we invite you to go to TCU online to find out how you can become a member. They bring you this wonderful feature. Go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. We're back with some halftime stats and highlights in just a moment. You're watching the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, partnering with TV 46 for over 30 years. Welcome back to the R&B Car Company halftime report. 22-13, Mishawaka on top of Concord. Chuck and Bob courtside tonight. And Robert, a pretty impressive defensive performance by Mishawaka so far.
Yeah, we talked about their quickness before the game and how it was going to be a factor tonight. And it really has bothered the backcourt for Concord. Concord with a significant number of turnovers, which has turned into points for Mishawaka. The big number for Concord in the first half is the shooting percentage, but you got to give Mishawaka a lot of credit. They scored in transition.
Let's show you how it got to be this way inside the cave tonight, because Mishawaka started out going to Brendan Williams early on. Even when shots were blocked, Williams was there with 6 first-quarter points. Zavan Koltukian, when he got touches on the inside, could be effective. He had 4 points to lead Concord in the first half. He just didn't get enough touches because of the pressure on the outside that you talked about. Davion Taylor, the steal, the score. He had 6 points in the first half. And then I think a big factor for Mishawaka was the ability to shoot the three. They got one there from Arthur Jones. They got one there from Tommy Herringer. Just that little bit of difference over what Concord could do. Andres Dixon, yes, he got a basket in transition there, but those were few and far between for the Minutemen. They did get a three from Thomas Burkert later in the half that helped them out, but it's a 9-point Mishawaka lead, and you mentioned the shooting numbers, a big part of that.
Yeah, anytime you do what Concord did in the first half, 29% from the field, which is just, you can't explain that other than the fact that Mishawaka supplied some good defense, but they missed almost all their three-pointers. Just really a tough night shooting the ball. Mishawaka did okay, just under 50% from the field. And the rebounding was in favor of Mishawaka a little bit too, but the big number is that shooting percentage for Concord.
What a delight to be here in this 97-year-old edifice called the Cave tonight. And there is no more picturesque exterior than the one at Mishawaka High School. They're feeling pretty good about the way it looks inside tonight, too. Up 9 on Concord. Second half play-by-play comes your way from the Princess City after this on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Let's check in with Craig Heatherly with the Bills Heating Sideline Report. What you learned at halftime?
Yeah, Coach Heck is really happy with his team's defensive effort. Wants to see them continue to control the glass. And he said something profound to me, Chuck. He said, on offense, we've got to move the ball. If the ball moves, the score moves.
That's absolutely true. We saw that the other night with Seth and Riley. The ball moved a lot, and the score moved a lot.
Yeah, Riley was very unselfish. Concord could be that way, but they've got to find Malachi Emmons. Malachi's got to get going. They've got to get inside to Zavin, Kaltuki, and again, Amarian Moore did a couple things late in the half, but he's one of their leaders on this team. They got to get it going.
Third quarter brought to us by our friends at Wolverine Mutual Insurance. And the inbound pass comes to Davion Taylor. Arthur Jones, 5 points in that first half. Here's Williams. He got him started in the first quarter, and he'll go to the line for 2 here after being fouled on the way up.
I love his aggressiveness, partner.
Foul called on Jack D'Arcy, his first. Do I dare tell you Brendan Williams' numbers at the foul line? before he takes the first. He averages 7 points a game. And he is now 9 of 9 at the free throw line this season.
You can say it now.
Sure. His career high, by the way, 12 points in the opener against Culver Academy. And nothing but the bottom of the net. Mishawaka with its biggest lead at 11. DRC guarded by Jones. Mishawaka's physicality at guard has really helped out tonight. So Moore goes outside and air balls for three. Herringer couldn't handle the air ball.
Well, it was a good look. It was a good play, and he had an open look, Chuck. But you saw Derek Deshawn go to his bench quite a bit that first half, looking for anybody with a hot hand.
Emmons hopes he can have a hot hand as he drains the baseline jumper from Malachi, who averages 15 a game, has been held to 4 so far tonight. Taylor directs traffic up top for the Cavemen. Mishawaka trying to go to 3-2 on the year. They'll wrap up the 2021 portion of the season against New Prairie on Tuesday night. And there's a lot of feeling around this team. If they can get this one tonight, they can really go on a run through the month of January.
MSC Industrial Supply is hiring at $16.50 per hour for warehouse, plus a shift differential and a $2,000 sign-on bonus, full-time, part-time, and after-school hours. Apply online at jobs.mscdirect.com. MSC, an equal opportunity employer.
Williams misfires. Concord comes the other way. Emmons finds some room in the paint and couldn't get it to go. The rebound pulled down by Fisher, who has had a nice job on the boards tonight. Look at Jones go into the lane and get the teardrop to go. Arthur now with 7. Malachi Emmons signaling out the play. DRC, the MVP of this team a year ago. They work it around, ball moving. There's Koltukian out to Dixon. Back down low to Zion for 2. They need a lot more of that. 6 points tonight for Koltukian.
Good move. He got the pass, kicked it back out. They went right back to him, and he had some room to work. He was able to convert.
But it goes back to what Ron Hiklinski said about his team. When the ball moved, the score moved that time for Concord. Here's Herringer on the baseline, short. There's Koltukian with the rebound and the outlet to Dixon, with good transition defense by Mishawaka. Emmons. Now DRC. There's Koltukian on the give and go to Dixon, thwarted by Williams.
My.
Here comes Mishawaka, and Williams is fouled from behind. Watch it again on the 46 Sports replay as Brendan Williams lets Andres Dixon know denial's not just a river in Egypt.
Wow, what a play. Put that on the highlight reel, fellas. Want to give a shout out to Gary's Barber Shop. They're located at 1238 Lincoln Way East. And you can give them a call for a different look that's great. Call 256-1238.
The official parking spot of Bob Nagel of Mishawaka.
You got it, brother.
Jones lost the handle. Concord gets it back, and Fisher with the interception. Foul line jumper pin. Big time play by Brady Fisher, his first basket of the night. Steal by Taylor, and he got it to go. You'll get another look on the 46 Sports replay. Instead, we're going to take a timeout. 4:51 to go, third quarter. Brendan Williams, the Cavemen are feeling it. They lead Concord by 13 on 46. This edition of the 46th Game of the Week being brought to you by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, IFT, where quality is a way of life. Derek is shown frantically trying to get his Concord team some ideas on offense in the timeout. They have only scored 17 points tonight against this Mishawaka defense.
Mishawaka's up this lead. They're on an 8-4 run here in the third quarter.
And I'll tell you, Mishawaka has opened up against a fairly difficult schedule. If you look at their opponents by record, the Cavemen have played the fourth toughest schedule in the state to open up, because you opened up with Culver Academy and Marion. A couple of 3A powers right there. Taylor misses the opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. And here's Mishawaka with a 13-point lead.
Every possession crucial now for Concord.
And they couldn't connect with Koltuki in there. Zavin telling him he wants the ball up high, not down low.
12 turnovers tonight for Concord.
They average 14 a game, but the Mishawaka defense tonight has been sticky.
Mishawaka with just 7 turnovers. So they're leading in that category, but that field goal percentage here in the third quarter, they are 3 out of 5. Concord, meanwhile, 1 out of 5 in the third quarter.
Williams with a nice drive into the lane, but Koltukian thwarted him. DRC finds more, and it went off of his hands, and he had to save it to Taylor. Davion all the way, Chargers. And Davion a little slow to get up. You get another look on the 46 Sports replay. Jack DRC saw that one coming, set himself near the volleyball line, and drew the call.
Ward will come back in for Mishawaka as Taylor has his second foul. We'll make sure he's okay. Had himself a whale of a game so far tonight. He's got 8 points, came in averaging 5.
Mishawaka's done a good job rotating enough people in tonight to give their starters some rest. Dixon lobs it down low for Koltukian, and he couldn't get it to go. Williams did enough to bother him. Fisher at the other end, fouled by DRC. The second on Jack.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies continues to be the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. Our 3 Indiana locations are involved with supplying process components for aerospace giants, including the latest developments for Boeing and SpaceX. At IFT, we're like the teams in this game. We're working toward a great finish.
They were hoping to find Cooper Pritchett going in the back door, but the ball kicked away that time on the inbounds pass. Let's see if Ron Aklinski calls for the same play here. Brendan Williams with the catch, goes to work on Amarian Moore. Williams' left-hand shot doesn't go, and Emmons gets the rebound. A Concord team that averages 54 points a game with just 17 so far and another turnover. Oh, nothing called. They said it was tipped as Emmons collects it in the backcourt.
Well, Concord can use a three-pointer.
Hall tried to make the catch underneath, and Williams called for holding the big man.
2 on Williams.
So Thomas Burkert will check into the lineup. He'll take the place of Andres Dixon. Jack DRC lobs it in for Hall, but Williams saw that coming. And the ball knocked away off of Mishawaka. It'll be Concord ball. Good hustle play that time by Jack DRC. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. It has not been by any means an artistic success tonight. but Mishawaka leading by 13.
Concord needs to make a run here at the end of the third quarter to have a shot in the fourth.
DRC finds Emmons. Emmons got Jones in the air, and he'll go to the line for two. Craig Heatherly, I want to come to you for a Bills Heating sideline report. What has made the Mishawaka defense so good tonight?
You know, I think it's the other side of the basketball. Concord's really trying to start the game, getting the ball to 20, getting into some isolation situations, allowing him to drive and make plays for himself and others. Now in the second half, they're making a big effort to pour the ball inside. The interior defense of Mishawaka on the post is what's really an X factor. They're making it hard to get the ball inside.
All right, thank you, Craig. Malachi Emmons, 52% foul shooter. 1 of 2 in that trip at the stripe, but got his own rebound. Found Moore underneath, and he got the bucket in the bump. Amarian Moore's first basket of the night for a young man that averages 11 points a game. And they'll go to the line for the three-point play as you watch on the 46 Sports replay. They called the foul on Brady Fisher. That's his second. And Moore, well, had no spin on the ball, but got the knuckler to go in. And another turnover for Mishawaka. DRC's really creating havoc right now in the backcourt.
9 turnovers for Mishawaka, 15 for Concord.
So a 30-21 Mishawaka lead. Concord with a chance to get as close as they've been in a while. They can get a bucket here. Emmons for 3. Off the mark. And a push-off foul called on Makai Hall. Hall with a sly little look to the Concord bench that kind of said, maybe I was guilty.
Makai Hall, his first personal foul. Chuck, it was such a big moment of the ball game there where Emmons was open, had a good look at a 3, and it wouldn't go. If it did, all of a sudden you got a 6-point game.
Still a lot of time to go in this one. 2:21 third quarter. Fisher intercepted. Anthony Trudell in the game for the first time. And Concord with another opportunity here. Who's going to step up for the Minutemen? Emmons had it poked away and a foul called. Mookie Ward, you better be careful.
It's 3 on Ward, 3 on Jones.
That is the 5th team foul, on Mishawaka. Zavin Koltukian will check in and take the place of Anthony Trudell. Timeout called by Mishawaka. Will take it as well. 2:07 to go third quarter. Minutemen trying to make a run, but they're still down 9 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by St. Andrews Products, providing quality apparel to the PGA and to 46 Sports.
Work at MSC Industrial Supply, full-time, part-time, and after school. You can start at $16.50 per hour and up to $19 an hour with the bonuses. Full-time eligible for a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at jobs.mscdirect.com. MSC, an equal opportunity employer.
2:07 to go, third quarter. Mishawaka leads Concord 30-21. Minutemen were in this situation a moment ago. Didn't convert. This time they do with Amarian Moore. A beautifully drawn up play by Derek Deschone and a foul called on Concord as the ball was knocked away. They'll call it on Andres Dixon, and I believe that's the first on Dixon.
An official over talking to that bench at Concord. You guys stay seated.
7-point Mishawaka lead. Ward stumbles on the inbound and lost the ball.
10 turnovers now for Mishawaka. Concord has really upped the pressure defensively.
Here's Emmons driving baseline over Herringer. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mishawaka. It'll be Concord ball.
Emmons forcing another shot, but got some good position inside.
DRC for three. Back iron, no good. A terrific box out by Fisher and the Cavemen. Ward gets past Dixon. Taylor wing jumper is good. Davion with 10 for the third straight game. And that one was crucial for the Cavemen.
Really was. They needed a stop, and then they needed to get back on the scoreboard.
Koltukian sets a screen for Emmons. They run the give and go. Beautiful. Little pick and roll that time for Zavan Koltukian. He has 8. Concord hanging around. Taylor lost it out of bounds.
Wow.
The defensive intensity has picked up here for Concord, although now there's an overruling on the call, and it'll be Mishawaka ball. Let's see if the Cavemen might try to hold for one. Not sure that's in their DNA. Fisher double team. Ward to Herringer. Tommy's fadeaway, no good, but tipped up and in by Mookie Ward, his first basket of the night.
Wow.
Back to a 9-point Mishawaka lead.
So Tommy Herringer would tell you that was a pass.
Don't think he'll get the assist there. Ten seconds left, third quarter. Dixon all the way in, but missed the layup. More there for the putback. Amarian now with 8, and the third quarter comes to an end inside the Cave in Mishawaka. The intensity ramping up as conference play begins. Coaches and players alike just trying to find a way to go 1-0 in the NLC. Right now, Mishawaka leads Concord 34-27 as we go to the fourth on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Jordan Automotive Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. Craig Heatherly courtside. You see him there on the left-hand side of your screen with a Bills Heating sideline report. Craig, your thoughts on this 1 through 3?
Yeah, I think we're in store for an exciting fourth quarter. You saw both teams pick up the pressure on defense and have some success. Curious to see who takes care of the ball here in the fourth quarter. That's going to tell us the outcome of this game. Back to you, Chuck.
West End Bakery is reopened and the turnovers are being served up tonight.
That is correct. There's 11 now for Mishawaka, 15 for Concord. Talking at third quarter, Mishawaka 5 out of 10 from the field. And Concord a little bit better. They were 6 out of 14, now 11 out of 33 for the ball game.
Concord starts the fourth quarter. A fourth quarter sponsored by our friends at Wolverine Mutual Insurance. Evans through the back door for 2.
Nice look.
Malachi now with 7. Concord's had some nice inbounds plays here in the second half.
Malachi was 1 out of his last 7 before that.
Suddenly it's a 5-point game, as close as Concord has been in some time. Williams stumbling through the lane, fouled by Koltukian on the way up. That'll be the second on Zavan. You get another look and make the call at home on the 46 Sports replay.
A couple of months ago, partner, that would have been a sack.
And it's funny you say that because I'm looking across at the Mishawaka student section as Williams remains perfect at the foul line. Justin Fisher, the Mishawaka quarterback, wearing a shirt that says, "Zavin can tackle me." Why? Well, because they call it White Lies Night here at Mishawaka. You're supposed to say things on your shirt that aren't true. At least that's Justin's opinion. Williams hits the second free throw. He is now 12 of 12 at the line this season. He has 10 points tonight.
He's 4 out of 4 from the line in the second half.
Koltukian down low working on Herringer. And nice defense by Tommy. Here comes the Caveman. Jones couldn't get the runner to go. Herringer went over the back. Second foul on the sophomore. And this will turn into a free throw shooting contest here in the fourth quarter.
Well, that may not hurt Concord as much, but
may not be optimal for either team.
Yeah, good point, partner.
That's only the 6th team foul on Mishawaka, so the rest of the way it'll be free throws. Emmons will try to bring it up for the Minutemen, working against Brady Fisher. Malachi, crossover dribble, drive, and drew the foul on Fisher. That was a senior working against the sophomore that time. And the experience of Malachi Emmons shows.
Wouldn't it be great to work for a company where the employees are the most valuable asset? Well, now's your chance because RushCore is hiring. They have production positions available in a team-driven environment with excellent benefits that include medical, dental, and a 401k. To learn more about signing up with RushCore family and getting the $1,000 sign-on bonus, visit rushcore.com. That's RESCHCOR.com.
Concord is just 3 of 7 at the foul line tonight. Make it 3 of 8. Here's Brendan Williams coming the other way. Missed the layup. Concord could cut it to 4, maybe even 3. They ran this isolation play with Emmons on Fisher last time. This time Emmons coughs it up. 2-on-1. Jones was defended well by Emmons, and Darcy comes away with the ball. Now Concord has numbers. D'Arcy, 15-footer, too strong. Moore chases down the loose ball.
Good hustle right there, holy cow.
Dixon working on Fisher. Knocked out of bounds by Jones.
Yeah, whatever we lacked in intensity early on in this contest, that's been replaced by some great effort.
The effort's been plentiful. The execution, not so much. Mookie Ward checks back into the game for Mishawaka. He'll take the place of Davion Taylor.
Ward back in there with 3 fouls. Fisher's got 3. Jones has 3.
D'Arcy looking for somebody to trigger it to. And we've got a timeout called by Concord. We'll take it as well. 5:52 to go. And Mishawaka clinging to a 6-point lead in this one on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by TCU. Empowering members for 90 years. They're federally insured by the NCUA.
St. Andrews Products is celebrating over 30 years of serving corporations, high schools, colleges, as well as the PGA Tour. Proud to support the new American Dunes Golf Course in Grand Haven, Michigan. Providing resources for the Folds of Honor mission and providing scholarships to veterans and their families. Let us help your cause. Reach us at sales@standrewscorp.com, where your expectations become our standards.
Ball out of bounds off of Marion Moore. It'll be Mishawaka basketball. So while the Minutemen had been executing very well on inbounds plays after timeouts, they couldn't there. And we'll see if the Cavemen can take advantage. Trying to pad a 6-point lead. Charge called on Arthur Jones. Dixon is a soccer player, and I think he might have sold it a bit.
4 fouls on Jones.
That could loom large. Davion Taylor's going to check back in to take the place of Jones. Player control foul, so no free throws off of that. The lob to Emmons. He turns with the left hand. It won't go. Koltukian with a big rebound. Zavin now with 10. Double team in the backcourt. Ward was fouled by Emmons. You'll get another look at the Koltukian rebound and just watch him work over Tommy Herringer here after the left-hand miss. Zavin just went up strong. So now Mookie Ward goes to the foul line. He's only a 33% free throw shooter on the year. Cooper Pritchett will take the place of Tommy Herringer. Ward got that one to go. Mookie with 3 tonight. He averaged about 5 points a game last season for the Cavemen. Coming off a career-high 11 Tuesday night in the win over Brandywine. Got the second one to go as well. Big time free throw shooting by the Cavemen tonight might be the difference in this one.
Up to a 6-point lead. Still looking for Concord to find a way to get that big 3-pointer.
Instead, it's another Concord turnover. Ward. And he draws a blocking foul on Malachi Emmons, and he'll go back to the line for 2 more.
I believe that's number 4 in Emmons. Nope.
That's the, they called it on Koltukian, or at least that's how they posted on the scoreboard.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the good free throw shooting from Mishawaka continues.
Ward doing a nice job.
Taylor is the only Caveman who's missed from the stripe tonight. Everybody else has been accurate. Until then.
You got him.
Yeah. 7-point Mishawaka lead with 5:13 to go. DRC, oh, he had Koltukian wide open. They finally found him for 2. I mean, Zavin is not easy to miss. He's 6'5".
Yeah, Darcy looked like he almost traveled, but then found Koltukian down low.
Taylor dribbles on the far side, and it went off of Dixon's knee and out of bounds.
MSC Industrial Supply is hiring at $16.50 per hour for warehouse, plus a shift differential and a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Full-time, part-time, and after-school hours are available. Apply online at jobs.mscdirect.com. MSC, an equal opportunity employer.
Our crew gets a well-deserved break over the holidays, but we will rejoin you in 2022 from Middlebury for another big Northern Lakes Conference game as Matt Moore takes the Warsaw Tigers with guys like Gould and Simfukwe in the Middlebury to take on Scott Radiker and the Northridge Raiders. We have that one for you Friday, January 7th at 11 p.m. and Saturday, January 8th at 9 a.m. on your home for high school sports, TV 46. Great atmosphere here in the Cave tonight. Mishawaka Band has been performing. Great dancers at halftime. The students have been fired up. And the home team up by 5 with 4:42 to go. Inbound to Cooper Pritchett.
Players all seem to be up heading into the game tonight because school's out.
That tends to help the mood. 3 on the way. Fisher couldn't get it to go. Williams the rebound for 2. He's got a career high 12. Here's Dixon, and he was just bumped too much by Brady Fisher. I believe that's the 4th on Fisher.
The sophomore does have his 4th.
So Andres Dixon, only a 50% free throw shooter, will go to the foul line.
Partner, we looked at the shooting stats going into the game, doing our homework, and the free throw shooting, again, not what it seems like it ought to be. And boy, compared to what it was maybe 15, 20 years ago, where coaches really emphasized basket's not any higher and the lane's not any further away, but we just don't see a lot of great free throw shooting.
And we haven't tonight either. I mean, Mishawaka's been representative. They're 9 of 12. Concord has not been good at the line, and they aren't this time with Dixon. Arthur Jones will bring it across for the Cavemen, who lead it by 7. Fisher with a nice drive, spins, charges. Anthony Trudell drew that one, and Brady Fisher is done for the night.
And that comes with 4:02 to go, 4th quarter.
Ron Heklinski trying to stare down Casey Gaynor from inside the Mishawaka bench, but that's not going to work.
What if we
checks back in?
If we have time to go to Craig Heatherly. Craig, you've seen Concord struggle at the line. You coached at a lot of different levels. You played at a very high level. What's the secret to good free throw shooting?
You know, Bob, it's a great question. It all begins with confidence and repetition, right? If you're in the gym and working on it, you just gain a great deal of confidence, and you go through slumps as a player, and that's real, and you see that at all levels.
Well, Dixon's in one right now. He's 1 out of 3 at the stripe tonight. He came in only a 50% free throw shooter, yet he's got a chance to pull his team within 5 if he can hit a couple of foul shots here. Mishawaka has put Concord in the double bonus now. And Dixon hits the first. Situational substitution here for Derek Deshone. He's trying to protect Zavin Koltukian a little bit, so he puts Trudell back in there for defense. Dixon hits them both this time. 5-point game. Oh, but Mishawaka has Taylor at the other end for 2. Somebody fell asleep for Concord, and Davion has a career-high 12.
Well, I mean, he was wide open and really accelerated. The defense tried to get there, but couldn't.
Well, once he was even, he was leaving. DRC for 3. That won't go. It's been that kind of night from the outside for the Minutemen. Trudell over Herringer can't get it. DRC hustled down the loose ball. Evans for 3. Nope. And then over the back foul against Concord. 3 terrific opportunities for Concord. None of them dropped.
Trudell had a nice look. It helped their rebounding numbers, but
foul was called on Amarian Moore. That's his 3rd. And here's Davion Taylor, who is 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight, but he'll get 2 shots here. And something tells me that when you don't have the front end of the 1-and-1, when you have a 2-shot foul, it becomes a much easier situation.
I think you're right, partner. Mishawaka with a chance to build that lead back up to 9 points.
Davion drains them both. He has 14 now tonight to lead all scorers. And Mishawaka with the lead back up to what would seem to be a comfortable 9. The lob intended for Koltukian, thrown away. The terrific defense by Mookie Ward. And now Mishawaka will try to spread it out, kill the last 3 minutes of this one, and go to 3-2 on the year. It's a guards game now. Ward, Jones, and Taylor gonna try to spread it out well, and it's Jones for 2.
Wow. Just exploded to the basket.
Dixon at the other end.
Concord forced to overplay a little bit on defense. They got burned that time.
Emmons for 3. That's off the mark. Moore with a one-hand putback, and Derek Deshone will use a timeout with 2:14 to go. 10 points now for Amari and Moore.
Boy, Evans has had a tough shooting night. He has tried 4 3-pointers and missed them all.
You look into that Mishawaka bench here in a moment, you'll see Ron Heklinski, one of the active wins leaders in the area, only trailing Al Rhodes. And I got news for Ron, he's not going to catch him. He's trailing Al by 223 wins, but look how he ranks up there with all these other veteran coaches, guys like Rick Sodcast, Tom Wells, and Rob Berger, who was an assistant to Ron Heklinski at one time in his career. 423, soon to be 424 career wins. Although Heck will happily tell you, 422 was a big number for him because his mom, who passed away of COVID a couple of years ago, was born on April 22nd, 422. So he always wanted to get to that, at least that number. That's one of the reasons he decided to stick around one more year and get to 422.
There you go. There you go. Hey, we got to give a shout out to Paul Gleisner for no other reason than we didn't give him a shout out last time we saw him in the Concord game. But Paul, I hope you're listening. A retired firefighter.
Paul's top move was marrying an Elkhart Central Blue Blazer named Tracy Lyon.
You got it.
2 minutes left in this one. And again, it's Jones getting the layup. Arthur Jones now in double figures for his 4th game this season. Moore was blocked by Williams, who saved it inbounds to Jones. And Mishawaka will spread the floor. And 2 more from a guard. This time it's Mookie Ward.
That's the door. I just heard slamming.
I don't want to oversimplify this, but the Mishawaka guards have outplayed the Concord guards tonight. There's a 3 by Javarian Shepard. And Concord will take a timeout with 1:15 to go, trailing by 10.
Special thank you to the folks at Gary's Barber Shop right across the street from the high school. They're located at 1238 Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka. Give them a call for a great look. Call 256-1238.
Saturday is the biggest day of college basketball in the state of Indiana all season long. What a doubleheader in Indianapolis. Butler takes on Jaden Ivey in Purdue at noon. That's followed on 103.1 FM by Mike Bray's Fighting Irish taking on Mike Woodson in Indiana. What a day for basketball fans. The final Crossroads Classic, and the only place you can hear both games is 103.1 Pulse FM.
You talk about shooting percentage of what's available. How about Mishawaka getting right to the hoop? They've been able to break the defense down Concord and take it right to the basket, either drawing fouls or getting those layups. High percentage shots.
Craig Heatherly, I know you know it's a guards game as well. How impressed are you with the Mishawaka backcourt tonight?
What was that again?
How impressed are you with this Mishawaka backcourt tonight, Craig?
It's kind of loud down here, Chuck. One more time.
How impressed are you with this Mishawaka backcourt here tonight? I don't think Craig's picking me up. So, we'll talk to him now that the band has stopped. How impressed are you with this Mishawaka backcourt here tonight?
Yeah, as I mentioned to start the fourth quarter, it was going to come down to ability to take care of the basketball, and those guards have done a phenomenal job of penetrating to the basket and finishing at the rim. I don't know what they're shooting from the field, but I know they're making a lot of layups when pressure's picking up from Concord.
Arthur Jones going to the foul line. So let's have the open debate about player of the game, gentlemen, with 1:13 to go. Jones misses the free throw. Davion Taylor, career high 14 tonight. He leads the Cavemen. I'm kind of leaning that way.
Williams has been solid all night long.
Yeah, 12 points and some good defense with rebound. Craig?
Yeah, 20, Williams has really stuck out to me from the start. I think he got Mishawaka going offensively, playing with a high motor, and we can't discount what he's done on the defensive end as well.
All right, then we'll go with Brendan Williams as our player of the game. We'll be talking to him in about a minute. Jack D'Arcy drives baseline and goes up strong for two, his first basket of the night. Brendan Williams lost the handle. Dixon with the reverse layup now has 7. Concord within 9. But time, the biggest enemy of the Minutemen right now. Ward ahead to Jones for 2 more.
Wow.
Arthur now, I've got him for 13.
But they finish so well at the rim, don't they?
Shepard's 3 is offline, and the ball out of bounds will go to Mishawaka. 17 and a half seconds left. Herringer will check in for Pritchett.
25 rebounds for Mishawaka, 27 for Concord.
Scoreboard has Brendan Williams for 15. I've only got him for 12. Here's Emmons scoring underneath. Malachi now in double figures with 10. And a held ball is called. And on the alternating possession, it'll go to Mishawaka. And Ron Heklinski screaming for a timeout. And he will take it with 7.2 seconds left.
And they're pointing to the Mishawaka fans to turn off they've got their phone lights on across the way as a salute to their team.
I mean, it looked good, but you can't have those lights on while the game's going.
No. You can put them on your porch.
Exactly.
This time of year.
And obviously we want to wish all of you watching a Merry Christmas and many blessings ahead for 2022. Obviously it's been another rough year health-wise around Michiana, but fortunately we've been able to have a full year of high school sports so far. Hopefully that'll continue, and hopefully you all can enjoy some time with your families here during the last couple of weeks of the month.
You mentioned, partner, that our crew gets some time off. We do too, but looking forward to being back here January 7th.
Warsaw and Northridge will get us started. We have another big January planned. We posted that schedule today on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, so you can see all the different places we'll go, including a new place for us. We'll go down to the Dragon's Den in Argus on January 18th for the Bi-County Tournament.
A lot of history down there.
Inbounds pass comes to Davion Taylor, and he gets a chance to add to his total as he is fouled by Javarian Shepard. And the students chanting, "This game's over," and, well, I believe they're right.
34-point second half for Concord after scoring just 13 in the first half.
But
it wasn't
not
enough. Yeah, they got in too big of a hole.
So Taylor at the foul line. Davion with 15, make it 16 tonight.
Might have to take another vote on MVP.
Too late.
Okay.
And Taylor with one more. And it's a fait accompli in Mishawaka as the Cavemen go to 3-2 on the season, but 1-0 in the Northern Lakes Conference with a 56-47 win over Concord. Stick around. Our post-game coverage comes your way next. You're watching the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Thanks for watching the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by
the Mishawaka Cavemen win their third straight with a 56-47 win over Concord. They open the Northern Lakes Conference season 1-0 as Ron Heklinski picks up career win number 424 tonight. Chuck Freeby and Bob Nagel courtside here in the Cave, and good defense always helps teams win, and Mishawaka played very good defense tonight.
And the transition was terrific. They got to the basket. They're so quick, and those one-on-one matchups in the backcourt really favored Mishawaka tonight. They got some help in the paint. They had good effort in the paint, but I tell you, one guy got them off to a good start early, and really is one of the top players of the game.
Well, that was Brendan Williams, who scored the first 6 points of the game for the Cavemen. Wound up with tying his career high with 12 this evening, and he's standing by now with Craig Heatherly.
All right. I'm here with the player of the game, Brendan. Congratulations. It was a grinded out game. How does it feel to win?
Feels great, man. First conference game. Feels great to win.
Now, you started the game with a tremendous motor, and you carried that through the game on both sides of the ball. Where does that come from?
We just can't take our foot off the gas. We just got to keep on going, work hard, play hard.
Down the stretch, what was Coach telling you in huddles and after timeouts? What was the focus?
Just stay on the gas. Don't let up. Don't let up.
Gotcha. Last question. What do you love about your teammates?
Oh, they're just great, man. They're great guys. I'm glad to be playing with them.
All right, congratulations, player of the game. Chuck, back to you.
And this Mishawaka team, while very young, appears poised to maybe make some noise here as we go through late December and into January.
You know, they hit a few three-pointers tonight, which was nice, but the biggest thing is they communicated well, as we said, in the transition game in the backcourt. Just very impressed with Ron Heklinski's team and their effort. Also impressed with Concord in that they didn't quit. They had trouble scoring the basketball, especially in the first half. Made a run, got it down to 5 a couple of times, just couldn't get over the hump.
So we got the snowmen, we got the Christmas tie provided by Ryan from our crew tonight, and wishes for you for the happiest of holiday seasons. We want to thank our 46 crew who work so hard week in and week out to bring you these games, led by, well, our producer director, Dean Korsmo. There's Nick working TD, Tommy Ward. There's Ryan Fitzpatrick. I can't believe the naughty and nice sweater there. You see all the fine men and women who work so hard on our crew. They deserve this break that they're getting over the next 3 weeks. A reminder, college basketball on the radio tomorrow. Crossroads Classic on 103.1. Butler and Purdue at noon. Notre Dame and Indiana at 2:30. The final score from Mishawaka. The Cavemen beat Concord 56-47. For Bob Nagel and Craig Heatherly, Chuck Freeby saying so long from the Princess City.